So tell us a little bit about your upcoming album.
My upcoming album, well, it's called Contrast. In the US, it's released September 18th, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've been working on the last 2 years. I've been lucky enough to work with some incredible names on this album. There'll be features with Neo, Pharrell, Rita Ora as well, a brand new artist who's kind of up and coming like myself, and a track written by Frank Ocean as well. So there's some really talented people on the album, and yeah, there's 12 tracks in total, and I wrote 8 of them. So I've definitely kind of stepped forward in the writing as well. I really enjoy writing my own tracks, and yeah, just making like as strong an album as I possibly could. And I think for me, the reason I named it Contrast is because it's kind of I suppose it's kind of different to what I think people might be expecting from it. I think there might be a contrast between what people are expecting and what they actually hear. I think yeah, it's kind of quite an urban, mature kind of sound. It's not really a kind of an extremely young sound. It's got kind of a I think there's a song for everyone. I think I want my little sister to be able to listen to it who's 12, and my nan to be able to listen to it who's 974. No, okay. But yeah, I want her to be able to listen to it as well. So I think for me, it's just yeah, making music that's for everyone. So yeah.
And who are your influences musically?
My influences, well, I've had a lot of different influences growing up, and that's why the sound, my own sound, is kind of quite different. I think I've had so many influences coming into one. It's made quite its own unique sound. I think when I was much younger, there's people like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and then as I got a bit older, kind of into my early teens, started listening to a lot of rock. I listened to people like Green Day, Good Charlotte, the Rasmus, kind of quite punky rock bands. And then kind of mid-teens, 15, 16, listened to a lot of R&B like Usher, Mario, Neo, Justin Timberlake, and then right now I listen to a lot of hip-hop. People like Jay-Z, Drake, Kanye West. So yeah, I think for me it's there's so many different influences I've had. It's created its own sound when it comes to my music. So yeah.
And how did you get started singing?
Start singing. I normally kind of blame it on this one moment I had at school. I don't like blame it like it's your fault. I think I normally say the cause of it was kind of back when I was at school. I remember I was walking down the road after school one day, and this girl kind of overheard me singing, messing about with one of my friends, and yeah, she kind of came up to me and was like, "Do that again." So I sang it. She was like, "You can sing!" She went crazy, and then the next day she pretty much made me sing to each and every person at my school, and I suppose the reaction that I got from those people, who were quite kind of shocked, but like in an impressed way, was cool. I think it felt really cool, and it made me think, maybe I should take this a bit further and do something with my voice. So yeah.
And other than those little performances, tell us about your first big performance.
Well, I started then posting covers onto YouTube, and I suppose that's what really took off for me. I remember I was doing these, when I first started, I did quite unknown songs. They weren't exactly current. People weren't really looking for them. They were kind of just, they were songs I liked, and I would cover them. And I remember one day at school, my friends were kind of saying, "Yeah, we really want you to cover Usher's OMG. We love that song." And I was like, "Yeah, I like that song as well." And it was a brand new song, so I was like, "Okay, I'll cover it." And I recorded some of it, and I was a bit like, "Okay, what am I going to do in terms of finishing the song?" And a rapper called Anth on YouTube he had contacted me saying, "Yeah, man, let's do a collaboration." This was a few days before. And then I had this song ready, and I was like, well, why don't I just let him rap on that? And I'd watched his stuff, I really liked it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we kind of did this cover together, and it blew up. It was like the first cover of mine to hit 100,000 views. And yeah, it was crazy. We almost had like a fan base waiting for a next cover. And then the next cover I did was a cover of Neo's Beautiful Monster, which hit 1 million views. It was my first cover to hit 1 million views. And then Neo himself saw it, and his management kind of reached out and said to me, "Yeah, Neo, I'd love to meet you, I'd love to work with you." And I was a bit like, "Okay, I want to believe it, but it's a bit crazy." I remember there, I said, "Yeah, come out to America, all this kind of thing." I didn't want to have that situation where I come out to America and I have my friends calling me from my hometown like, "Yeah, got ya, it's only us." And I'm like, "Yeah, now I'm stuck in New York, help." I think so. So yeah, I asked, "Is there any proof? Is there any way you can prove it?" And sure enough, I was sitting on Skype with Neo a few days later, talking about music, and him telling me he wanted to sign me. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy way to come into the music industry. And then I did my first ever real show in my hometown in Brighton. I think it was 300 people or something for that my first ever show. And it's before I'd even released a track, so it was pretty mad. So,
wow. Yeah. And who are you looking to collaborate with next?
Who am I looking to collaborate with next?
Or just like a dream collaboration.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think there's 2 main artists that I really want to collaborate with. I think for me, I really look up to Drake as an artist. I really love his stuff. I think he's an incredibly talented writer as well as an artist. So having a track written by him or featuring on a track with him would be really cool. And another person who's slightly different is John Mayer. I love his music. I think he's really cool. So you know, to work with him would definitely be a cool look. So yeah.
We've got a couple of fun roundup questions for you.
Okay.
So if your life were to be a movie, what would the title be?
Oh.
It's a hard one.
I think for me, it would probably you know, if you had a movie about my life, you want as many people to watch it as possible. So I think to drive people to come watch it, I'd probably call it Harry Potter and the Da Vinci Code of Twilight. That's probably what I would call it, to just make more people come and watch it. So that'd be a good you know, technique for getting people to come see it. So
there you go, that's clever. Do you have any nicknames?
Any nicknames? Quite a lot actually. I'm not going to say some of them, but one of my ones is Con. I'll get called Con. By my nan, pretty much. So that's pretty much my main name that I get given sometimes. So.
Cool. And we asked some fans on Twitter if they had any questions for you.
Okay.
And a couple of them wanted to know what your favorite song of yours to perform is.
My favourite song to perform? I've got a track called Animal that I love performing. It's really fun, really upbeat. It always gets the crowd kind of going pretty insane, so I think Animal is probably my favourite track to perform so far. There are much more tracks on the album to be performed yet, so we'll have to see if it changes.
And do you have any pre-show rituals?
Pre-show, I pace around a lot. I need to walk around, kind of get into a zone of thought, just, you know, think about plan exactly what I want to do on the stage, how I want to handle it. And yeah, to do that I always have to pace, I always have to kind of, you know, walk around and you know, ignore random noises going on in the background and stuff. I always need to try and do that. So yeah, for me it's all about kind of pacing around and getting ready.
And one of our fans on Twitter.
We can probably hear you, by the way.
Yeah. One of your fans on Twitter wants to know if you would ever date a fan.
Of course, I'll definitely date a fan. I think, you know, if I met someone that I liked, I had a connection with, and they were a fan of my music, you know, it wouldn't change anything. I think I could be with a girl that did like my music or didn't. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I think it's not about that. So yeah, I suppose if she liked my music, then I suppose I would date a fan. So yeah. So
we're in New York right now. You have a song called Vegas Girl.
Yes.
But if you could only pick one city to live in for the rest of your life, where would it be?
So we're in New York. Vegas Girl's my single. I think if I had to live in one city, I think it would be London. Still London. I think, you know, it's my home. Well, it's my home country. It's not my hometown, but I don't know. You're making it difficult now. Either London or Brighton. I would say Brighton is obviously my hometown where I'm from. London is an incredible town to be in. I think for me, you know, so far the UK is still my home. It's still where I'd want to live. But then again, things might change when I turn 21, and you know, I come up to the US and things get a bit interesting. So, but no, I think definitely at the moment the UK would be where I want to live. So yeah.
Cool. And just tell fans where they can find you on Twitter and Facebook or whatever. And
yeah,
when your album comes out.
It's pretty much all about my name. Just search my name on Google. You'll pretty much find my Twitter, my Facebook is all Conor Maynard. And then again, I'd tell a lie. My YouTube is actually Skills That Is Hibuya. So that's slightly different. That's not my name. But yeah, if you can spell that, definitely look for that. Or you can just type my name on YouTube. You'll find it that way as well. But yeah, the album comes out September 18th. Vegas Girl's released 24th of July. So you know, it's crazy. It's a crazy time for me in terms of releasing music, and I'm really excited for people to hear it. So, yeah.